Okay, hello. So I am basically setting up the secret lab I've just used to start this. I have got a couple of the cyberpunk interiors from Cargo Kitbash, and I also got this container from Kitbash, but I've adjusted it and I've added some water into it, and the idea is that this will be where it contains some test subjects that the scientist used without proper approval, but that was due to being asked to be done. So basically, what I'm trying to do, let's get the meat all in the same position. So the idea is I'm just going to do some set dressing. I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff. I want to make a nice shot where it's basically a relatively long corridor, so I'll have to basically get rid. Let's hide this because I'm gonna basically utilize quite a lot of this, but I'm also gonna adjust it so that it works for what I need it to do. So I'll need to separate that. So that's the thing that's pretty good about Kitbash. I know everyone has their own opinion as the best method of doing things, but I have found, because when I first started doing this project, I thought, oh yeah, I can model everything, I can do everything, and then I realised actually the scope of what I had in my brain and what was achievable was not possible. So in my view, this using Kitbash has basically sped up my process a lot. So I'm going to group that. I can hide that for now because what I'm going to do, I need this to go into that area too. Obviously the whole idea is you can make your own stuff with it basically, but so I want to put that into that group I made, wherever that's gone. There we go. So you can't see the outliner, so I'm going to group that and center pivot, modify center pivot. I'm sure there's a hotkey. Or is the hotkey actually? I've never known it. I don't know. I'd have to check the preferences. So what I'm going to do is I want to double the length of this. So let's put that back because I want to know where that is. So it doesn't have. Just holding down V and I got it pretty close before. Okay, there we go. So now I've just extended the ground. Might have to adjust it again, but I'll find out soon. So if I'm going to create a camera, and at the moment I'm liking my 65mm lens, So like you can see, there's a lot of stuff there. Let's turn on a bit of ambient occlusion just so I can get a bit of, and so let's, I'm just pressing spacebar for anyone that doesn't use Maya on a regular basis. So I'm going to split my and have this one as perspective so I can move around, but I don't want it isolated. And this one I'm going to kind of, I mean realistically I'm doing quite a lot of this work just for one or two shots, but I'm not actually doing that much work in this instance because Cargo has helped me by generating all these very nice assets. So I'm just going to turn the camera around, and there we go, so we're back. Just going to quickly change the opacity of the mask so that I can just see 0.9. I only want to see the information that I would see. I need to hide those. I need to find out where those. I need to find those grills. There we go. And the door. Because they're bugging me now because they're not in center pivot. I'm just going to slide it back there for now. Let's find out actually how far back I went with that one. 30. Why is it in Y? Don't know. Oh, odd. It might be because it's in the group. Okay. So let's find out anyway. I'll just set that be 32.87. And that'll be negative 32.87. No idea why that went to Y. Must be the group has the group's got to rotate on it. So yeah, things that I'd need to take into account when I kind of finish this set dressing. I'd basically need to adjust, you know, some of the translation and rotations and freeze transforms if needed. Otherwise, if I freeze them, then at least I'll have them all at 0, but I'll need to have a version of them so that I can go back to it and fix things and change things if needed. Okay, so let's now question is, do I like these things? Not that. I'm not going to have that, to be honest, though, because that I don't want them. So the bars look better. We don't want the speakers. If you're wondering why I went for the steampunk, not steampunk, sorry, the cyberpunk, is it seemed to fit what I was trying to do mostly. There's some things that don't fit it, but in general it's what I'm trying to do. But we shall find out. It may not work out. I may have to adjust or go and choose something different, but so it's not just human test subjects that they've done. There are animals as well, so there's a rat, but so far I've only done one rat. Oh, I needed that last one. So there we go. So I need a few more of these. Is that too wide? Not sure. So it's kind of like a shot that will just be moving through. One of the shots in my head, I've got it so it's moving through, following behind the scientist. It's kind of like they're kind of like walking shots basically. There's not going to be any talking in this instance. It's just Dr. Gathenpo on her own. So let's hide this. For now, I can bring these back if I want to, and these can come a bit closer, and we want to duplicate that. So just grabbed another couple of my modify match translations. It could have helped if I did match rotations too. Modify match all transform, and same with that one. There we go. So now I can then move these over here. I'm just roughly doing it, just for the sake of argument. So I have got lights already, so they're already within the lab container. Got a group of lights at the moment, and also there's shaders on there as well. So I'm just going to quickly, let's turn the roof back on and press render and see what I get straight out of the box. Okay, so it looks like there might be quite a bit of lighting needed for this set. I mean, it's quite good that it's dark, because that's the idea. I want it to be dark. I need to probably remove most of those computers at the end, because this is from yeah, it just doesn't fit with what I'm trying to look for. So, but let's add in area light. Just add in just the one, and I always get rotations wrong. I'm not really seeing any difference just straight out of the box with the settings I've got, so I'm going to boost them. Okay, huge difference. Oh, I'm starting to see something now. I want it to be cold. So let's boost this to like 25. Is that looking a bit better? So if I hide it, and then I turn it on, yeah, we're seeing stuff. I mean, it's not very bright. So let's make these another thing is are the I might have to make the containers possibly a little bit bigger, because I mean the overall room is intense. That's the idea. The idea is that it's, you know, it's a bit of a makeshift lab, even though it's got some, you know, high-tech stuff in there. It is not super. Oh, I need to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm just duplicating it, Shift D. Obviously, the more of these I put in, the more intense it's going to be on the rendering power needed, or slower, shall I say. Okay, so there's quite a lot of area lights now. Might have to reduce them down. At the moment there's 24 area lights, plus the 2 in each of these containers. The shader of the ground needs to be changed. It's probably to something more sort of like concrete, basically. I just want something like that, or metal. Oh yeah, let's try it. Let's try either or. So blue painted concrete. Yeah, what colour? Let's put painted concrete, because it's either, I'd either want painted concrete or a metal of some sort. Let's try blue. What's it called? CBD. Nope, I've got to go through the hypershade. Okay, so I have now got the blue concrete on there, so I might actually have to adjust the UV slightly, or change the ground plane for what I need, because this one's got must have some kind of UV stuff going on, because you can see the seams. Yeah, so I need to adjust the UVs for what I need it for. But do we think the blue? So if I move forward, Might actually have to change these assets so they've got more window on the side, because right now you can't really see inside them unless you're at an angle. So that might be something that I need to do as well. But so the idea is, let's just quickly do basic animation on That's probably going to be too quick. Let's see what head up display. Frame rate. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's a little bit quick, but also if these assets, if these tanks didn't have sides, then there'd be more light spilling out. Although technically some of these, so it might be what I do is I cut down this around here, so there's like a sort of, you still have the casing here, and then this bit here is visible, because otherwise, so these dots here, I've assigned a light shader on it, and that's kind of helping with creating the lighting. So yeah, so it feels possibly a little bit too wide as well. Not the camera angle, but the space. I need it to feel a bit more, even though I know it's a tall building, I want it to feel a little bit more so. We can hide this because I don't need the concrete ball anymore. That. might feel a little bit more contained. Let's delete these keys because we don't need them. I only want it moving in the Z. Technically I don't need these keys either. Let's check that it still moves forward. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a couple more of those tanks. I'm going to quickly tidy up. I need to bring back my my little script that I did to group things. It won't group things automatically yet because I haven't got things set up. Oh, I thought I'd named this, but obviously not. Well, I had, but I think I did it through the shape node, which doesn't transfer the information to the transform node. Okay, so let's grab the new ones. Where did they end up going? Or is it because they're not in order now? Aha, here we go. 11 and 12. So I'm going to grab 12. So now 12 I can slide over here. I guess I'm going to have to hide that other stuff from now. And 11. Slide it over here. So what's that? 1.4. So it should be that one, and 11 should be that. There we go. So now they should match up position wise. Okay, so let's try again. I guess when it comes to doing the ones for the smaller animals, the rats, I could have it as so that they're containers, like, you know, like sort of there's this sort of height, but then they hold multiple levels of rat. But they won't be in water. Need to hide that. It's lacking stuff at the moment. But it's definitely getting there. Okay, so I have just added this in as well quickly. So okay, so realistically, looking at my assets on these, even though they are scaled to the same size, I mean, yeah. I guess you would be stood up in this 180, and where shall we put this? Let's put this to hide the computers at the moment for now. Let's hide the speakers, we don't want the speakers. Okay, so yeah. One thing I'm thinking is what we kind of need to do is add cables coming off here, off these boxes, off the top. So can I nick these cables quickly, just as a test? I need to put it in the asset, and then I'm going to add into the, what are they, how big are these? Possibly a bit too big for what I want. Let's scale them down. Can we see them in there? Yeah, we can. So something like group it. If I so what the idea is though, what I'll do is I'll do this on the actual asset, and then when I can update the asset, it will propagate through to all of them. Oh look, they're not lining up. I think that might be part of the issue. So if they don't line up there, or do they? Oh, they do. It's because of the well, do they? No, slightly different, I think. Oh no, they are. They're on the same. Let's just double check. Just one's. I got the right ones. Yep. Just can't see it. There we go. So yeah, they're in roughly the same place. So the issue is more the fact that I need to oops. And just for the sake of speed, I'm just going to quickly duplicate it really quickly, and again. I wonder if part of the problem with the look of it is also because with the lighting is it's maybe too many area lights and not high up enough. I know this is very repetitive, but I will adjust it so that it looks better in the actual asset. Okay, so let's now reduce down the amount of area lights just to see what happens. None, show none, show lights. Lights, 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 where's lights? Lights. Control G, Control H for hiding it. So I've just grouped, so that's one group of lights. I'm gonna just lift up these ones because if I move, I wanna keep it so that it's just. So have I lifted them up? Yeah. So that was the previous one. Let's see what it looks like. Weird, doesn't look too different. Let's turn all of these off and see what happens. See if it's actually doing anything. Yep, okay. Oh, now it's updated. It just hadn't updated before. I know it's quite dark, but it looks a bit better because now also we can see a bit more depth up there. So we could put a light in up there. Oh, I didn't look to see what the I didn't check the cables, but I'll have a look at that in a second. These lights might be a bit too harsh for up here, but I just want to see what it looks like when I've got just these lights. Just to see what it looks like, to be honest. See what has made a difference in that. Might be doing the odd thing that Arnold does sometimes where it doesn't update, so I'm just going to save that. No, there we go, save that, close it, open again, and see if me adding that light has made any difference. No. It's a little bit lighter there, but that might just be because let's boost them then and see what happens. So that's much more obvious now. So I went from 5 to 10, but that's way too much. So maybe yeah, something like that. Revisit this anyway. So, can I see the cables? I can, but they're pretty subtle. I almost feel like it'd be quite nice to have sort of, instead of these sort of ramps here, I'd like to change it so that they're the lights spilling along the ground, so I can always test to see what that would look like by just literally dropping these down. So if I drop them down to that, saved it, let's press it again and see what happens. That light's been hidden by the ground, so that idea won't work. I'll have to change that in the asset. So my thoughts are this block here, if I literally sort of that, I'll have to do this properly, but for now I'm going to do it like this. It's more to do with the UVs, that's what I'm concerned about. extend it like that. That would be exactly the same as doing it the way I was doing it. I'm trying to figure out least amount of hassle. Probably should have. Let's undo the. Let's make it so. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Let's do my edit first of the actual shape, because that will help when it comes to. Just press G to do the same pattern again. Okay. So I mean, it's not exactly what I want, but edit, delete by type, history. Ideally these, so I've got these little bubbles in there at the moment, and realistically I want them to be moving up. So let's just get this. I don't really care too much about any UVs or anything on this one at the moment, because I'm just going to dump a shader on it. Just made it 2 by 2. And what's the light shader I've got? I mean, let's see what the UVs are like on that anyway. They're just like that. So it may look a bit odd, might not, we shall find out. Let's see if I can get some cables. Yeah, I think the cables I had, or maybe I do wires. Let's see what happens with wires. No. Pipes. I'll have to export out the other geometry because I preferred that. So I'll do that at stage 2. And back in here, so I'm just going to quickly update all of these assets. Okay, so they're all updated to the latest version. What's that? That's a cable. Was that already there? I don't know. Let's have a look. Has it deleted my saves? Yeah, it's deleted my snapshots. Never mind. Let's try again. So now we're getting the streaming along the floor. Which is quite nice. Possibly a little bit too strong, so I might have to adjust that. But I have to go back to the asset. The only downside is they kind of look like servers at the moment, which is not what they're supposed to look like, so I need to adjust that with the asset too. Yeah, they look a little bit like servers, so definitely need to adjust the asset. I'm going to quickly actually swap out the floor. Just do it as hide these, and let's create a plane. Just for now. Assign the floor because I wasn't overly keen on the way it was looking, and trying to figure out if it's I don't like the shader I've chosen, or if it's purely because it had the UVs and the intersections and stuff. So let's have a look. So I'll save it and press play again. Hopefully it'll look a bit nicer this time. So the intersections have gone. You can see these bits here. I'm just going to adjust the UVs. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that'd be UV. Let's just have a look to see which one looks better. Two bigger cracks. I mean, I could, so instead of adjusting the UVs, I'm gonna change the repeat. And let's see if I can boost the specular a little bit. Actually, let's put a coat on. Let's see what happens if I put a coat on. Ooh, it's super shiny. So let's keep this coat, but reduce it down, moving to 0.3. Just adjusting the roughness on it. So let's have a look. Yeah, it looks a bit nicer. So realistically I need to hide the computer screens in the background because they're starting to look a bit curious. Keep the rest, I guess. Oh look, all these cables actually. The sort of things I was after. I don't need to hide all of it, but for now I'm going to hide what I can. The ones that are emitting light. I think some of the smaller ones might be, but they're not too over the top. We don't want that. All these most probably. Or the ladder. Wonder if we duplicate that and actually make it so that the camera has to go over it. No, intersects the wall, but just testing to see what it looks like. Because although this is supposed to be relatively high tech, it's also low tech as well. So the that doesn't really make sense, high tech, low tech, but the high tech but with a budget, put it that way. So although the computer screens are distracting now, we can't really see anything back there. I mean, I guess that kind of works, but it looks too dark. So yeah, so I think so what I could do over here, I suppose, be able to move to it, is this down. Maybe what I should do is make this area here be more like a where there's the rats. See if that makes any difference to the lighting. I actually think there is a bit of lighting that you can see back there, but we need something like going up as well. Let's create a point like that. Last time I created one, it didn't quite work with the Arnold, but that might have been the setup of the scene because the scene was pretty messy. I know technically I don't need to be doing all of this right now, but it's helping me try and figure out how I want the shot to work, basically. See if I'll move it up here so I can actually see it doing what I want it to do. So let's put it linear, let's put it 500 and hopefully it'll go crazy. Yep, okay. So now I'll lower it down. So is there not a light? So if I put a lamp, say here, of some sort. But it's too much now, so let's do 250 I meant. Does quadratic actually do anything on this? No, it doesn't do anything. For when it comes to Arnold, so let's do 150. Let's change then the exposure 3 and then drop this down to 50. do that. Duplicate that. Over to this side. I'll actually put it here. So we can put it actually physically here because there's a table and I can put a lamp of some sort. I need to remove those bottles, which I can't right now, so but it might give us a nice spill of light coming out of here. Might be very subtle. Yeah, really subtle. But it makes it less dark. And realistically, this hall is not long enough. So what I want to do is go further back. So kind of like, so that's why I at the beginning made it so long. So basically, I'll just duplicate that for now. I have overlapped it on this just for now. Chances are I'm going to slightly change these anyway because I'm not sure about it yet, but let's duplicate the cables. They'll go like sort of that. But we can see, yeah, so like the lineup of these don't really work. So they need sorting out. What am I moving? I get 45, so that means that one. Basically, ideally, is I'd have the spacing relatively equal. Just eyeballing it at the moment. That's 12, let's do that. So the next idea would be to extend these. Maybe have a gap sort of here so that to suggest that there's stuff that goes on down there. Let's see what it looks like at this distance. So yeah, that looks starting to look kind of what I'm thinking. So I have added another 6. Are they going to end up going the wrong way? Oh, okay. That's good. Again, just going to quickly eyeball it. So I might consider that one to go left and right. Just do that. I have to tidy this up. Realistically I need more, but so the cables are not particularly obvious up there, so what I might do is I might do a little sort of just I mean, I don't know why anyone would realistically have it like this, but let's do these with point lights this time. Dun dun dun. What's that? Right, so I'm going to duplicate that, and I think or do I add a quick, maybe I need to add a quick directional light just to like a overall fill light. Let's hide that one that I just did, and I'm gonna make it big just so I can see what I'm doing. And let's save this. can see it over here, looks a little bit odd. Okay, so it's taking it from the outside, so that's why it looks a bit odd. Although, technically, it's showcasing it's going like that, so I can't really get away with it being, because it's supposed to be underground, so I can't really do that. So I have to use my first idea, which was the point light, and I mean, actually no, I lie, because I could use it without shadows. Let's do the point light first, because I think the point lights will look nicer. Yeah, so it's getting a softer. Softer look to what I'm after. So let's add a few more of them and lift them up a little bit, and possibly a few too many lights, but we shall find out. Yeah, too strong. So let's put that down to 1. I just want just a subtle. Just want to be able to see basically some of the shapes in the cables. See what they look like on their own without the other ones on. So all I've done is I've pressed the isolate button. Let's put this to 15. It's a subtle difference, but it just adds a bit more depth. Okay. If we do it from that frame. Yeah, it's sort of starting to look. Might have to put like little signs saying something along here. Maybe they could have like a neon light saying like deceased, saying the status, because then these would be empty, and then, you know, a few that wouldn't be empty basically. Anyway, I think, yeah, I'm getting there. Anyway, thanks.